Archangel Michael says the scream wasn't just a cry from heaven, it was a desperate plea sent into your spirit because the curse was traced to one man, and this time, his intentions are darker than ever before. Michael watched him speak your name, holding something you once touched, something you forgot even existed. This man is invoking forces that were asleep, but your silence gave him access. You must understand, this is not just a spiritual attack. This is personal. Archangel Michael says this man has studied you long enough to know what breaks you. He waited years to find your weakest moment, and now he thinks you are too distracted to notice. His plan involves something you've seen in your dreams, a shadow, a whisper, a breath that chokes your light. Michael saw him step across a threshold this morning, and his hands were shaking with rage. You were chosen to carry a sacred energy that this man envies. That is why he did what he did. He isn't trying to scare you. He wants to replace you. Comment, I am protected by heaven, if you believe this message has reached you for a reason. Michael saw this man call upon an old pact, one tied to someone you used to trust. That person helped him unknowingly. And now a thread of betrayal is tangled around your name. There is an object in your home that reacts strangely these days, cold to the touch, misplaced constantly. That's not coincidence. That's where the spiritual link begins. He's marked a specific time. Michael saw it, it's not random. It's aligned with a dark lunar energy only accessed once every decade. This means if you're not prepared before that moment strikes, you will feel the effects physically, emotionally, and financially. Archangel Michael says there is a symbol carved into an old piece of furniture near you. The symbol is not visible to the eye, it's spiritual, but it's there. That symbol is feeding this man's work. You have to cleanse that space, and quickly. Michael has marked the area with angelic light, but only your voice can activate the protection fully. The curse this man placed isn't meant to end your life, but to erase your influence, to make people stop seeing your light, to make your presence feel like background noise. That's why some people recently turned cold without explanation. Comment, the curse breaks with me, if you know you've been under a strange cloud lately. Michael screamed because he saw something unthinkable. This man isn't acting alone anymore. Another woman has joined him, and she knows you. She's pretending to support you, but secretly she's feeding your weaknesses to him. He was smiling as he studied a paper with your handwriting on it. Where did he get it? You left it behind somewhere innocent, but he turned it into a key. A spiritual anchor. That document is being used to block your success. And each time you experience delay, hesitation, or confusion, it's because the energy from that paper is being reversed onto you. He's using your own intentions against you. Comment, Michael, surround my name in light, if your heart just jumped. Michael says, the moment this man heard your name whispered by a mutual contact, his obsession grew. He once admired you, but admiration turned to resentment the moment he realized you had divine favor he'd never receive. He consulted an old figure, someone from your family's past who once dabbled in forbidden things. Michael tried to block it, but your energy is needed. You must declare yourself free out loud, before midnight. You may feel like crying without a reason. That's not sadness. That's the spiritual pressure building from the chains he's trying to tighten. But Michael says you're about to be given a divine weapon. Comment, heaven is sending my weapon now, if you feel this fight isn't over. In the next 24 hours, you will receive a strange message or call, ignore it, and the curse deepens. But if you respond with grace and spiritual clarity, you will cut one of the 3 cords connecting you to him. Michael begs you not to let doubt or distraction win. This man feeds off your inaction. That's why nothing seems to change when you stay quiet. But the moment you raise your spiritual shield, even a whisper from your mouth can crack his illusion. You were not born to live under this invisible chain. This is the moment it either breaks, or tightens. Your choice will echo in dimensions you don't even see. Comment, I choose freedom and light, if you know today is sacred. Archangel Michael says this, a mirror in your room has been compromised. He is warning you urgently, cover it tonight. This mirror has captured more than your reflection, it's been used as a spiritual window by the man who cursed you. Your energy isn't weak, it's too bright. And that brightness is what draws both angels and enemies. You were born to awaken others, and this man wants to keep you asleep. Michael is fighting beside you. But your voice, your action, your faith, those are the ingredients that destroy spiritual weapons aimed at your life. You are not defenseless. Comment, I awaken with fire in my soul, if your mirror holds a strange feeling lately. This man recently went to a location you once visited with someone special. He collected dirt, hair, something from the ground. He's using it to reverse the memory of that moment, to block any love, blessing, or closure that was meant to come from it. That's why your relationships feel frozen. That's why some dreams seem distant. He's trying to erase your divine inheritance. But Archangel Michael says, he cannot win unless you remain silent. You must spiritually reclaim every place your foot has stepped. Your voice has authority when spoken from your soul. Comment, every curse returns to its sender, if your dreams have felt distant or blocked. Michael showed you a symbol in your dreams, you didn't realize it at the time. A spiral, a door, or a glowing blue light. It wasn't random. That was your shield trying to activate. But the fear you've been feeling lately isn't yours. It's his. He's afraid you'll wake up to the truth before he's done. And now, you have. This message is your line in the sand. This message is the spiritual boundary where you reclaim your divine name and all the light tied to it. Comment, I rise in the name of light and power, if this message pulled your soul back into alignment. This is your moment. Michael is no longer screaming, he is standing, waiting, sword in hand. But his final words to you are this, speak, child. Speak now, and I will finish what you start. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The war over your name ends when you choose to open your mouth and declare yourself free. Let the curse end where your courage begins. Archangel Michael says the enemy thought you wouldn't notice how tired you've become. He counted on your weariness to keep you from praying, from believing, from rising in your spiritual authority. But tonight, the heavens have declared, you will not be silenced anymore. That sharp pain in your back or shoulder? That sudden headache before good news? It wasn't coincidence. It was interference. Your blessings were getting closer, and the enemy panicked. This man who cursed you, Michael says, was once warned to stop. But instead, he doubled down. He even made a vow, swearing to block every joy you carry, no matter what it cost him. He is already paying the price. His hands are shaking, his dreams are disturbed, and yet he continues. He has no peace, and now his final move depends on what you do next. Comment: I destroy every vow spoken against me, if your body has carried strange pain lately. Archangel Michael says the numbers 3, 7, and 13 keep appearing in your atmosphere for a reason. They are signals, warnings, alignments from the spiritual realm calling you to attention. In 3 days, something will try to re-enter your life. You will be tempted to say yes. Don't. It's bait, designed to drag you into a cycle that God already delivered you from. Michael urges you to cleanse your phone, your room, and your reflection. The darkness used digital gates this time, through a message, a video, or a forgotten photo. He wants you to remember what broke you. Don't fall for it. Your freedom requires obedience now more than ever. The chains have weakened, but the enemy is furious. He still thinks he can reclaim you with one more lie. Comment: I reject all spiritual bait and false doors, if your peace matters more than anything. Archangel Michael says a specific sound. A ringing, a repeated noise in your ears, is not just physical. It is a signal that angelic warfare is near you. You have been waking up at odd hours for a reason. The energy around you has shifted. What was once passive is now aggressive. But not against you, against what's been trying to hold you. Michael says your voice is a spiritual weapon. You don't have to shout to be powerful. Whispering truth is sometimes all it takes to shatter a spiritual weapon. The curse this man placed was spoken aloud. But it is your response that determines if it takes root or withers on the ground. Comment: my voice breaks curses. I speak power, if you felt an unseen energy watching. Michael now shows you something more, a forgotten garment, a jacket, a scarf, or even a bedsheet. Something you used often and then suddenly stopped using. That item absorbed an energy you were never supposed to carry. It's not just fabric. It became a spiritual sponge. And now, Michael says, it must be washed or burned. You will know the item. It holds an emotion you no longer need. Cleanse it or release it. This is part of your final severing. That object carries emotional energy that binds your spirit to a former pain. Michael warns, do not ignore the object. It's more than nostalgia, it's an anchor. Comment: I sever every spiritual anchor tied to my past, if you just remembered an item that holds heavy feelings. Archangel Michael says the man who cursed you has recently fallen sick. But not physically, his spirit is poisoned. His connection to shadow energy has started to devour his peace. He still has one last ritual planned. He's waiting on a date aligned with the next new moon. That day, he plans to speak your name again, but Michael says he will choke on it if you rise now. You don't need to fear him. He fears who you are becoming. He fears the fire in your belly that is reawakening. And he fears the presence of heaven that now hovers around you. You were never a victim. You were being forged in fire, and the time to rise has come. Comment: the fire inside me is stronger than any curse, if your power is returning. Michael says someone close to you, someone who has recently been acting strange or overly tired, is spiritually affected by the same man's energy. This person doesn't know they've been touched. The curse tried to jump from you to them, sensing your awakening. You must now cover your inner circle with prayer and clarity. Michael urges you, light a candle, say their name, speak life into their path. It will block the transference. It will seal your circle. No more confusion. No more silent attacks. You are stepping into the authority heaven planted in you before your birth. Comment: my circle is sealed in divine fire, if you know someone close to you has been suffering too. Archangel Michael says this man tried to manipulate your destiny because he failed to claim his own. He thinks you don't deserve what's coming. But heaven disagrees. There is a document, legal, financial, or spiritual, that has your name on it. He tried to delay it, misdirect it, reroute it to someone else. But heaven intercepted it. Now, it's on the way. Nothing can stop it but your doubt. That's what he's been hoping for. That you'll cancel it with your fear. Michael says, do not agree with delay. Speak as if it's already in your hand. Comment: my name is attached to what heaven already released, if you've been waiting too long. The final part of this battle is timing. Archangel Michael says this week is sacred. You will be tested. But every attack is actually a distraction from a massive breakthrough. Expect an old conversation to return. Don't argue. Stay silent. Michael will speak for you. Expect a strange dream. Don't panic. Ask heaven to reveal the full message by morning. Expect unexpected silence. That's not rejection, it's redirection. Heaven is moving pieces behind the curtain. Comment: I will not be distracted. I will not be delayed, if your spirit is ready to stay focused. Archangel Michael says, the screaming has stopped. Now I roar beside you. He is with you, standing guard, holding the sword, waiting on your final word to activate everything heaven has assigned. You are not cursed. You were targeted because you carry freedom, light, and divine purpose. Let today be the line drawn in the spirit. Let the enemy know, you are not who you were yesterday. You are rising, covered in fire, and surrounded by angels. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the energy surrounding your home has been shifting, and it is not your imagination. Doors creak with no wind, chills follow you from one room to another, and your sleep has been strangely broken in the middle of the night. These are not coincidences, they are signs that the curse tried to cling to the walls around you. This man sent the curse with the intent of not only reaching you, but attaching itself to your home. That is why your peace has felt shaky, your rest disturbed, and your focus clouded in your own space. But Archangel Michael has already begun marking your doorway with protection. You may have noticed shadows where there should be none. Or lights flickering for no apparent reason. That's the battle between angelic presence and the remnants of the curse. Heaven is winning, but your spoken agreement will finalize the break. What you declare over your house today will echo into the spiritual plane. Comment, "My home is holy ground now," if you've felt strange energy in your house lately. Archangel Michael says your reflection has been revealing more than you realize. Every time you've looked in the mirror and felt a sudden sadness or confusion, that wasn't you. That was the reflection of what had tried to attach itself to your soul. He says your eyes are awakening. The dullness you once saw is disappearing, and your inner vision is sharpening. That's how you know the enemy is being pushed back. This man who cursed you is growing afraid. He saw your name spoken in a dream last night, spoken by angels. That dream wasn't just your imagination. It was the beginning of the reversal. Michael says this is the week you take your soul back fully. No more pieces of yourself left in dark places. Comment, "I call back every piece of my soul now," if you felt fragmented, distracted, or foggy. Archangel Michael now warns of a message about to arrive, disguised in kindness. But behind the words, there's a hook, designed to reopen a door that was finally closed. You will feel the energy shift the moment you see it. It may come from a familiar face. It may carry soft words or even apologies. But Michael says you must read between the lines. This is the man's final attempt to use human vessels to access your heart again. The goal isn't to rebuild anything. It's to weaken your defenses by wrapping poison in sugar. You must stand firm. Your boundary is your weapon. Don't break it for a single moment of comfort. Comment, "I protect my heart, I guard my gate," if you've been feeling tempted to reconnect with someone you know is not good for you. Michael says the curse came with 3 layers: distraction, deception, and delay. You've already conquered the first layer, because you've opened this message and you're still reading. That's how heaven knows you're listening. The second layer, deception, will try to sneak in through someone trying to gaslight your intuition. They'll say you're overreacting. They'll say you're imagining things. But Michael says, your spirit doesn't lie. The final layer, delay, will try to block you just before your breakthrough. A forgotten bill. A surprising expense. An emotional spiral. It may all come at once. Do not panic. Do not give in. This is the enemy's last card. Michael says you are one decision away from breaking it all permanently. Comment, "I cancel distraction, deception, and delay," if you're ready to stop the cycle. Archangel Michael says your ancestral bloodline is now standing with you. One of your ancestors, a warrior in their own right, has been trying to send you signs. A name, a song, a smell, a chill. You thought you were alone, but you never were. They've been trying to reach you through your dreams. You may have seen someone staring, silently, just watching. That was them. Not here to scare, but to guide you. They have been waiting for you to wake up to your power. And now that you have, they are sending resources, spiritual and earthly. Your next blessing is coming from an unexpected connection to your lineage. It will feel sudden, but it was always planned. Comment, "My ancestors rise with me now," if you felt unseen presences guiding you. Michael says to prepare yourself, because the enemy is about to flee. But like a dying flame, it may spark up one last time. Do not fear this flare, it is weak, it is desperate, and it is dying. You will feel lighter soon. Emotionally, physically, even financially. The veil will lift, and clarity will pour in like light through a broken roof. You are not cursed. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are armored. You are rising. Comment, I was never cursed. I was chosen for fire and glory, if this word struck your heart. Michael's final words for you tonight. You stood firm. Now I step forward. You broke the silence. Now I break the curse. Let the enemy know. You are not the same. You are covered. You are ascending. And this time, nothing will block you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This was your message. This was your moment. You just stepped into the light that the enemy could never touch. Archangel Michael says the winds of reversal have now begun to blow in your favor. Where the enemy once used your name to speak destruction, heaven is now writing your name into divine records of breakthrough. Every curse cast against you is now trembling under the weight of your awakening. That man, the one who cursed you, felt your shift. That's why he's restless. His rituals aren't working the way they once did. His control is slipping through his fingers like sand. Michael says the next 72 hours are crucial. You will feel emotional waves, memories, regrets, strange urges to reach out to people you already released. This is not you falling back, it's the curse being pulled away. Think of it like a storm cloud exiting your life. As it leaves, it howls. But it cannot stay where your soul is now on fire. Comment, let the storm leave. I'm not who I was, if you've been feeling emotional for no reason. Michael has now stepped into the territory around your name. The contracts formed by people who tried to bind your progress have been found and burned. Yes, even the things spoken behind closed doors, in whispers and envy, have reached the ears of angels. One woman, yes, Michael saw her, spoke your name with jealousy in her mouth. She wished for what you had but didn't want to do the work to earn it. She aligned herself with the man who cursed you, not by accident but by choice. They thought if they joined forces, your energy would bend. But instead, it has risen higher, hotter, and more protected than ever before. You are no longer someone they can manipulate. Comment, my name is sacred and guarded by heaven, if this speaks to you deeply. Michael warns you now of a specific scent, it may come suddenly. Roses, tobacco, citrus, or burning. Do not be afraid. That's a signal. When that smell hits your senses, it means your spirit guides and divine defenders have just crossed into the room. That's when you speak. That's when you reclaim your power. Don't let it pass without a declaration. Say your name aloud. Say you are free. Say you are not available for curses, manipulations, or spiritual traps. That moment will become a portal of protection, a divine stamp that confirms you are awakened and fully aligned. Comment, when I smell the sign, I'll declare my rise, if this resonates with your soul. Michael says your financial delays were not natural. The man who cursed you knew that if he could starve your flow, he could make you tired enough to surrender. But heaven has broken that chokehold. You'll notice small things first. Unexpected deposits. Debts mysteriously resolved. New connections appearing out of nowhere. That's not luck, it's the angels rerouting what was blocked. You were meant to walk in overflow, not survive in lack. The curse tried to close the faucet, but now the pipes are breaking open. Don't be surprised when money arrives that you never expected. It's not random, it's justice. Comment: wealth was always mine. The flow is opening now, if you've been struggling financially. Archangel Michael says that as your blessings increase, some people will disappear. Let them. They were part of the problem, not the solution. They smiled in your face but secretly whispered to the man who worked against you. They fed him your patterns, your weakness, your moments of vulnerability. Now they cannot access you again. Michael has closed the door. If they try to return, you'll feel it instantly, your spirit will scream a no. Do not apologize for elevating. Your survival depended on it. Comment: my elevation is not open for negotiation, if you know some connections are being cleared. Michael says this man, his name will soon be exposed. Not by you, but by his own actions. He's unraveling, losing control, slipping deeper into the pit he dug for you. Don't celebrate his fall. Just walk away from the wreckage. You don't belong there. You never did. You belong in peace. You belong in healing. You belong in purpose that burns brighter than any spell. This man will have to watch from a distance as you reclaim everything. Comment: I take back what was mine, quietly and boldly, if your spirit is reclaiming territory. Michael reveals a dream is coming soon. Not an ordinary dream, but a visitation. You will see someone in white. They may not speak, but they will look at you. Their stare will carry love, clarity, and energy so powerful that when you wake up, you'll be weeping or completely silent. That's not imagination. That's prophecy. That dream will contain the final instruction to sever the spiritual cord between you and the one who cursed you. Don't ignore it. Wake up. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Comment: I welcome the dream and its instructions, if you feel something deep is about to be revealed. Archangel Michael says, you were born for this moment. This isn't an ending, it's a beginning. The curse was never stronger than your purpose. You are now walking into a space the enemy cannot reach. Your glow is returning. Your power is stabilizing. Your spirit is untouchable. No ritual can cross this barrier now. No curse can find your energy again. No liar can rewrite your truth. Comment: it's over. It's broken. I am untouchable in light. Because you are. Because Michael says so. Because heaven knows your name. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This is your new beginning. Walk in it. Speak in it. Shine in it. They will never be able to curse what God already crowned. Archangel Michael says this final wave that's coming is a test of completion. You've broken the spell, shattered the lies, and burned the blueprint the enemy had written with your name. But now comes the final stage, a quiet temptation masked as peace. It will feel harmless. A text. An apology. An "I've changed" from someone who once watched your light dim and said nothing. Don't fall for it. Michael says the curse cannot reattach itself unless you open the same door again. Close it. Lock it. Bless it, and walk away. This isn't about vengeance. It's about resurrection. Your spirit has risen from places where most would have stayed buried. Comment, I don't return to what I've already healed from, if you feel a past temptation tugging at your emotions. The man who cursed you is now falling into the same pit he dug. He misused ancient words, borrowed darkness to bind your name, but he forgot that your lineage was sacred, shielded, and watched over. He wanted to rewrite your destiny. But Archangel Michael has rewritten his fate instead. From this point forward, he will face silence where he once found energy. His name will no longer echo in the places where your name now rises. He will try again, but it will cost him more than he expected. Heaven has placed a divine wall around you. And his efforts now collapse before they even start. Comment, my name cannot be touched again, if you feel the atmosphere around you shifting. Michael shows you a vision of your future, and it is glowing. The timeline the enemy tried to erase is now back in your hands. This means the relationship you thought was gone for good is returning, healed and real. The money that felt eternally blocked will now arrive unexpectedly and consistently. The clarity you prayed for is landing in the form of divine opportunity. You are going to feel relief in your chest, joy in your stomach, and a burst of energy as if you've just awoken from a long sleep. That's the afterglow of a broken curse. This is not a trick. It's your restoration. Comment, I step fully into my restoration season, if you've been exhausted and waiting for release. Archangel Michael says your face will soon change, literally. Others will see it before you do. There will be a glow, a stillness, a light behind your eyes that they can't explain. That's what happens when angels walk with you. That's what happens when heaven removes what never belonged. That's what happens when you're finally free. Do not hide your glow. Do not shrink yourself to comfort others who didn't believe in you. Your light will offend those who chose darkness. Let it. You are not responsible for their discomfort. You are responsible for your calling. Comment, let my light be seen by the right eyes only, if you're ready to shine without apology. Michael wants you to know you are not just protected, you're chosen. Not everyone makes it through what you survived. But you did. And that means you're about to be elevated in front of the very people who doubted you. Your story will become someone else's survival map. And your voice, once shaken, will carry fire that transforms rooms. This isn't just personal, it's prophetic. You're carrying something bigger than you. Something heaven placed inside you that no curse could cancel. And now it's ready to rise. Comment, the purpose I carry is more powerful than the curse I broke, if your spirit is starting to burn again. Michael's last warning is this: beware of counterfeits. When the enemy can no longer curse you, he will try to imitate your blessing. You may see opportunities that sparkle but feel hollow. That's the test. If it demands your peace, your identity, or your alignment, it's not from heaven. Don't rush. Your real door is already opening, you will feel it, not just see it. And when it arrives, it will carry no chaos, no confusion, no compromise. Only confirmations. Comment, I will not fall for the counterfeit, if you want only what heaven approved. Archangel Michael says the screaming has stopped. Not because the danger passed, but because you finally answered. And in answering, you did what the man who cursed you never expected. You remembered who you were. You stood your ground. You activated protection only available to those who are ready. From now on, walk with your head high. Speak with fire in your voice. Love without fear. And live knowing the curse is dead, the door is closed, and the angel is still standing beside you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says something powerful is about to happen in your atmosphere, a shift so loud in the spirit that even those who doubted you will feel it. This is not just the end of a curse, this is the beginning of your prophetic release. Your name has entered rooms your feet haven't even walked into yet. People are discussing your talent, your presence, your energy. Even those who once tried to bury your name. What was hidden is about to become honored. But this next elevation isn't coming silently. It's coming with fire. And that fire was ignited the moment you accepted your divine authority again. You didn't lose anything, the curse only delayed what's already been prepared. And now time is catching up with your destiny. Comment, time is no longer my enemy. My moment is now, if you've been waiting for divine alignment. Michael says there is one more gate you must walk through. It's invisible, but your spirit will feel it. You'll know you're at the edge when you feel nervous for no reason. Opportunities come in waves. People who once rejected you suddenly want access again. That is the moment. Don't turn back. Step forward, even if it feels unfamiliar. Michael says, I cannot open what you won't walk through. You must move. Even if it's quiet. Even if you're afraid. Even if you don't feel ready. Because the spiritual gate of restoration opens for those who act in faith, not those who wait in fear. Comment, I step through the gate of my breakthrough, if you're feeling the urge to move forward. This man, the one who cursed you, never saw this version of you coming. He thought if he delayed you long enough, you'd stop believing in your own purpose. He laughed while you cried. He chanted while you prayed. And he celebrated while you doubted yourself. But now, he is in silence. Because something about your energy is different. You are not heavy anymore. You are not broken. You are not confused. You are awake. Aligned. Armored. And now, the forces he called on to harm you are turning on him instead. Comment, the reversal is complete. Let karma speak if your spirit has felt strangely calm this week. Michael says you are entering a rare window of favor. For 7 days, the light around your name will shine brighter than ever before. Expect messages from people who once ignored you. Invitations you never asked for. Blessings that feel too easy. Don't doubt them. This is not accidental. Michael says, when heaven moves, it looks like miracles to man, but it's just alignment in action. Receive what flows. Don't question what's being returned to you. It's what was always yours. Comment, I receive my 7-day restoration season, if you feel heaven drawing closer. One more thing, your voice is now a weapon. Speak life. Speak restoration. Speak protection over your home, your body, your future. Michael says, you don't need to scream. Whisper my name, and the dark trembles. Let no one mock your silence. Let no one shame your softness. You are a flame wrapped in peace. A sword hidden in stillness. Your spiritual presence is louder than the curses ever were. You've been silent long enough. Now speak, not to them, but to the realms that matter. Comment, my voice shifts the spirit. I am not silent anymore, if you know your words are blessed. Archangel Michael says this is the part the enemy never expected. Your love is returning. The one connection meant to align with your soul, but was blocked, cursed, or delayed, is coming back stronger than ever. And it's not the old version. This is refined love. Healed love. True love. The curse tried to fracture your ability to trust. It tried to convince you that everyone would hurt you. But Michael has guarded your heart like a treasure chest. And now, the one worthy of holding it is being drawn to your light again. This time, love will not confuse you. It will cover you. Comment, my love story is protected by heaven, if you've been waiting for clarity in your heart. You heard the scream from heaven. You answered. You stood. And now, you rise. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This was never just a warning. It was a summons. And you just stepped into the purpose they tried to bury. Archangel Michael says the silence in your atmosphere is not emptiness, it is divine positioning. The reason you felt isolated lately is because heaven is creating space around you so no one can interfere with what's coming next. The old voices had to fall away. The noise had to fade. The confusion had to be muted. Because now you're going to hear what others cannot. This man who cursed you tried to surround you with chaos so your spirit would stay deaf to your divine assignment. But now that he's been silenced, the angels are clearing the air. And in that quiet, you'll hear instructions. You'll feel the pull. You'll know exactly what to do. Comment, I welcome this divine silence. I'm listening now, if you've been feeling the world around you go still. Michael says the moment your peace returns, the man who cursed you will panic. Because your chaos was his confirmation. He celebrated your sadness. He fed off your doubt. But now your energy no longer serves his darkness. And his ritual has collapsed. The candles he lit for harm now burn his own hands. The words he whispered have boomeranged back to his doorstep. And the night he planned for your downfall became his own exposure. Michael says, you don't need revenge. You need only watch the truth rise. Comment, truth is my justice. Peace is my weapon, if you are done explaining yourself. The moment has arrived. Michael is not warning anymore, he's declaring. Your crown is being placed back on your head. Your gates are reopening. Your name is being spoken in circles of blessing, not gossip. You are stepping into a realm where spiritual wealth and real-world abundance finally align. This includes favor in places that once rejected you, opportunities that feel made just for you, relationships that pour into you, not drain you. This is not a dream. This is divine order unfolding. Comment: everything meant for me now finds me effortlessly, if you feel something clicking into place. Archangel Michael now shows you a vision of light surrounding your bed. That's not your imagination. At night, angels have been circling your rest, repairing your aura, rewiring your emotional field, and placing a shield between you and any last remnants of the curse. That's why your dreams have been strange. That's why you wake up feeling different. You're being spiritually recalibrated. Soon, you'll begin to feel physical energy return. Wake up with new ideas. Experience a sense of lightness that wasn't there before. This is because the curse has fully lifted. Comment: I'm waking up refreshed because heaven has reset me, if your dreams have shifted recently. Now listen closely. Archangel Michael says this part is urgent. There is a physical object in your space that has to be removed. You've ignored it, but every time you look at it, you feel a slight tension, a memory, or an emotion that pulls you down. It could be a gift from someone tied to the curse. A picture. A letter. Clothing. Even jewelry. Michael says, it carries residue. And if you keep it, you'll unknowingly allow a spiritual leak to continue. Once you release it, watch how fast clarity returns. Comment: every cursed item is leaving my life today, if something just came to mind. Archangel Michael says, you've crossed the final threshold. From this point on, your thoughts will hold more power. Your words will manifest faster. Your body will recover quicker. And your heart will attract only what mirrors your truth. This isn't luck. This is your inheritance reclaiming you. Don't play small now. Don't dull your light to comfort the ones who left when you were dimmed. You are restored, refined, and risen. Comment: I'm not returning to dust. I was always gold beneath it, if you feel your inner self igniting again. Michael's final message to you in this moment. They thought they silenced your voice, but they only sharpened it. They tried to curse your name, but only prepared it for recognition. They tried to stop you, but only reminded you what you were born to break through. You are walking proof that curses don't win. You are evidence that angels still fight. You are the testimony they didn't expect to be told. So rise. Shine. Speak. Create. And never dim again. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You heard the scream. You answered the call. Now take the crown, light the path, and let the world witness what a survivor of spiritual war truly becomes. Archangel Michael says the enemy didn't just try to bind your name, he tried to erase your legacy before it ever had the chance to form. But what he underestimated was the divine memory written into your spirit long before you were even born. There is something ancient about you. Something powerful. Something that shakes realms when you choose to believe again. That's why you've been attacked so specifically, because your very presence is disruptive to darkness. You are not just a person. You are a divine weapon walking the earth. And the moment you stepped into awareness, everything around you had to shift. The ground beneath your feet is now sacred. Your breath is spiritual authority in motion. And your choices are now backed by heavenly momentum. Comment, I remember who I am, and so does the enemy, if you know your power was never lost, just forgotten. Michael says this moment is irreversible. The curse has snapped. The web has burned. The access is cut off. Now the man who cursed you is spiraling. Not because of guilt, but because his power was only active while you were silent. Now that you're awake, his tools fail him. His words return void. And the entities he once summoned have started turning on him. They were never loyal to him. They were only loyal to the energy of fear. But now that you radiate authority and spiritual alignment, they can no longer touch you. And in that loss of power, he is collapsing. Comment, I no longer feed fear. I only walk with light, if you feel the old weight finally listing. Michael says this is the part where you become dangerous, not to others, but to every lie ever told about you. From this day forward, every room you walk into will shift. Every plan formed against you will fail. Every blessing meant for you will find you. You don't have to fight anymore. You only have to move forward. Do not explain. Do not defend. Do not revisit. Comment, I rise, I walk, I receive, without apology, if your soul is ready to leave the battlefield and enter the promise. Archangel Michael now reveals something beautiful. The next season of your life will bring divine companionship. This is not only about romance, it's about sacred partnerships. You will meet people who understand you without explanation. Match your spiritual fire. Protect your peace as fiercely as you do. These are not coincidences. These are divine replacements for the ones who fell away when the curse was active. Now that the veil is lifted, heaven is rebuilding your tribe. Brick by brick. Soul by soul. You will never have to beg to be understood again. You will never have to prove your light to the blind again. Comment, I accept only divine connections and sacred tribe, if you felt the sting of past betrayals but know your circle is about to be rebuilt. Michael says, the world is not ready for what you are becoming. But the heavens have been preparing for your arrival all along. Don't be surprised if people begin to stare. You carry an energy now. An aura that whispers, this one survived what was meant to destroy. And that kind of presence cannot be hidden. Let your light offend those who chose darkness. Let your elevation trigger those who chose ego. Let your growth expose those who preferred your silence. You own no one your smallness. Comment, I choose visibility. I choose glory. I choose divine confidence, if you're done dimming your flame. Now, Michael says this. The door is open. Not a crack. Not halfway. Wide open. And behind that door, your next opportunity. Your next financial breakthrough. Your confirmation that the curse has ended. Walk through it boldly. Don't second guess. Don't delay. Don't wait for permission that heaven already gave. You're not just stepping into a new chapter. You're stepping into a completely new book. Comment: the door is open. I walk through with fire in my soul, if this is your moment of no return. And now, one final truth Michael wants to leave with you. You were never weak. You were never forgotten. You were never cursed in the eyes of heaven. You were simply targeted, because you carry the blueprint of freedom. And now that blueprint is active. Now that power is awake. Now your name is thunder in the unseen realm. The man who cursed you has failed. The woman who watched silently has been exposed. And the energy that lingered is gone. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Now go live. Shine. Reclaim. Archangel Michael has stood. The scream is over. Your rise has begun.